Together Summit. I am Dr. Lewis. We have been doing this summit for a number of years, and I am so excited to have this conversation with the Kenyatta Wheeler. We are talking about communication, y'all. Specifically, we are talking about how to say what you feel without starting a fight. So, Kenyatta, give it up for Kenyatta. Share with the people a little bit about who you are and what you do in the world.
Yes, I will be happy to. But before I do, I want to say thank you, Doc, for hosting this summit. It's amazing every year, and I'm excited to serve so many couples. But like you mentioned, my name is Kenyatta. I am a communication specialist. I'm a therapist. I work with couples every single day on helping them to improve their communication. It's one of the number one things that couples call and ask us for when it comes to counseling. And so I've been teaching communication for a number of years now. I really specialize in this. It's super close to my heart. I do a lot of conferences and summits. I speak on a lot of platforms just about this particular topic. So they're in for a treat.
Yes, they're in for a treat. So let's get into it. So why why is it that you can't really like so many couples when they start to talk about their feelings, it ends up in a fight. Like, why they gotta be like that? Like, why can't we just talk about our feelings and it goes smoothly? Like, what do you think it is that's causing all of this conflict when talking about feelings? What is that about?
Yes. You asked a really good question because so many couples are like, why can't we crack the code on me coming in and just telling you what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling? And so I guess a couple of things that come up when I think about why there's a struggle. One is when we're expressing what it is that we're feeling, a lot of times it can be emotionally charged. We can be
Mm.
saying things in a certain way that lead our partner to boom, put up a wall, and then they're absolutely defensive about what it is that we have said. I'm thinking about a particular couple where the woman was thinking, okay, I'm just saying this and expressing what I'm feeling and what I'm thinking. And I don't understand why he's not listening to me, Kenyatta. What is it that happens to where he absolutely wants to shut down? And I was able to really walk this couple through the differences between how men communicate and how women communicate. And from there, they were able to make a lot of growth.
Wow, like that. I love to hear stories like that because I think people misunderstand that communication is a skill that can be taught. Like sometimes I think people feel like either I got it or I don't got it.
Mhm.
Either I know how to communicate or I can't. And that's not it at all. Like you literally teach couples every day how to communicate effectively.
Absolutely. It is a step-by-step process.
And what's been the process like for you to see the change? Because I know that I know it has to be like rewarding to see the change happen in a couple, like seeing couples go from like conflict to where, like you said, the wife can hear him, can
Mhm.
understand why he's responding this way. What's that like for you?
It's like magic. It's like magic when it happens in session. It's like magic when they come back and they let me know, hey, we were able to, we got into it, but we were able to resolve it that night and we were fine the next day. It's magic when a couple comes to me and they're like, Kenyatta, we've been able to implement what it is that you've been teaching us and it's been working. As a result, we've been able to, have more intimacy in our relationship. We're getting closer. We're going on a trip soon. We haven't gone on a trip in years, and we're finally going to that place that was on our bucket list or on our vision board years ago. So it is absolutely rewarding to see couples go from we can't see eye to eye, we can't get on the same page to we're engaged. We're getting married.
Mhm.
It's
And I know
mesmerizing.
travel is something that is close to my heart. I know it's close to your heart as
Yes.
well. Like, what's the impact of that? So you have a couple that is fussing and fighting, and then they're able to get tools so they can communicate more effectively with each other, and
Mhm.
then they're able to travel together. Like,
Mhm.
what's been some of the impact that that's had, you think, for couples?
Travel is huge for couples because they get to create memories and new opportunities and get to explore in a way that's completely different than date nights. Not to say that date nights aren't good, but being somewhere new and being able to experience a new world by traveling is amazing. One of the couples that I work with, they recently visited Asia, and there was a
Um,
language barrier, right? Obviously, there's a bunch of stuff that they can't recognize, but they were able to work together as a team to figure out where do we go, how do we go there. You communicate with this person using your strengths because you're better at this. You got the Duolingo, so help us out. And years ago, they wouldn't have been able to do that. It would have
mm.
been a blame game of you made the wrong turn or you didn't do something right or why did you put us in this area. And I noticed that they were able to navigate difficult situations with so much ease and comfort and safety because of what we've been doing in our work in our sessions.
Oh my gosh, that just it just excites me so much just to really think about that, to think about like as a result of a couple making a decision to invest, right? Like this is an investment,
Mhm.
to invest in their life through seeing you in couples therapy. They were able to have experiences that I'm sure changed their whole life. Like, because I can imagine if they're in Asia and there is a language barrier and now they fussing and fighting and probably spent
Mhm.
thousands of dollars on this experience and it's ruined because they can't communicate with each other and figure out how to get where they need to go. Like, wow, like this really is changing people's lives.
Absolutely. And the beauty of communication is it impacts every single area of that relationship. People will say that people get divorced for all types of reasons, but for me, communication is the cornerstone of all of those things. And compatibility, finances, your sex life, parenting, everywhere you go, everywhere you turn, there's going to be a need for you guys to be able to send a message and that message be received, and then we create a plan from there. And so that's what I work with a lot of couples on is what's the desired outcome and how do we create that through communicating about it and putting a real plan in place. There's accountability with the work that we do. There are things about you learning about who you are, how you show up, whether you're conflict avoidant or you don't want to run to conflict. For me, these things that you learn through working with me will help you to be a better person in your relationship, yes, overall, but as a parent, as someone that's in the workforce, as a business owner. These skills are transferable everywhere. So it's powerful. It's powerful work. Absolutely.
So let's talk about the mask that we wear a little bit. So
Mhm.
sometimes I know we work with very high-powered
Mhm.
clientele, like influential clientele, the um like people in a lot of different fields. And so I guess I'm wondering what has been your experience when it comes to conflict management with couples who are in influential positions? And sometimes
Mhm.
they might feel like, okay, I gotta wear this mask that everything is
Mhm.
okay when deep inside they're dealing with something very challenging at night. Like, what are some of your thoughts on this dynamic?
Like you mentioned, we work with a boatload of couples who are just, they got responsibilities, they got eyes watching them, and the pressure of their marriages because it either impacts their brand or it impacts their business, it impacts their reputation, their relationships. And so you're absolutely right when it comes to the mass. They're walking around dealing with, like, my husband hasn't come home. I haven't heard from my
Mhm.
wife. We haven't had sex in a year. These things are things that they're carrying into every room that they're going in, but unable to speak to it with anyone. And so they bring it to me. And so it's sacred. It's something that we hold close to the chest. It's something that we're working through in such an intimate space of helping them to create a life that looks on the outside, also on the inside of the household as well. So we're not faking it, we're not making something up. We're not putting on putting on a show. It's truly that I'm in this happy marriage and I'm truly thriving. That smile that you see on those photos is a real one because it's genuine because we've worked through these things and we've created a marriage that's unbreakable at this point.
I love it. I love it. Just a sidebar really quick. You've heard Candy and Todd are getting a divorce from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Um, what's your thoughts on that? Like couples who are in the limelight, having all these eyes on them, experiencing something very, very public where I
Mhm.
mean, I can't even go on Facebook or anywhere without seeing like, okay, they are getting a divorce.
Mhm.
Um, are there any special considerations that you would say for couples who are in a position like that, going through something so private, but in a public way?
Mm. That are getting divorced or wanting to avoid divorce. Let me
Wanting
clarify.
to avoid
Wanting
divorce,
to
but they're
divorce.
in the
They're
thick
in.
of it.
Yeah.
Um, do you ever see this dynamic where it's like, I think you kind of shared a bit about like kind
Mhm.
of the clientele that you work with and the masks that they
Mhm.
wear, but I guess I'm just thinking like when it really, for lack of a better word, shit hits the fan and it's not, it's
Mhm.
like the mask fell off and
Yeah.
people can see that like he didn't come home last night.
Mhm. Oh yeah. When couples are at that place where they're literally at the brink where it's becoming public, you can't hide it from the kids, you can't hide it from your mom. The finances are taking a tank because someone's not working or someone's not communicating about what needs to be paid. It can feel like the your world is crumbling underneath you. And I want to just tell couples, if you're at that place or getting close to, don't wait any longer. My suggestion to couples is get ahead of it as fast as you can. If you're here, if you're at this summit, if you're getting this type of stuff onto your social media, if you're scrolling and something is happening inside of you where you're like, I know we need help, don't wait until there's a place where you got to talk about, well, what are we going to do about the kids, or who's going to go where, or what are we going to do about the house? Because all of those decisions have to be made in the midst of a grief, in the midst of a relationship absolutely dying. And there's no
Mm.
going back from there.
I'm just thinking about like her divorce. Like this is millions that are gonna have to be potentially divided up. He's saying, Todd is saying like he wants the case to be open, to the public, these documents. And I know I can imagine that Candy is very private. And so just to have this thing happen and blow up in a very public way, it just hurts my heart because I know that a lot of times couples wait to
Mm-hmm.
start the process of
Yeah.
couples counseling on average 5 years. And I'm just
Mm-hmm.
thinking if they were able to see someone like you and get ahead of it before all the
Right.
resentment gets filled in, like how impactful that would be.
It makes a huge difference. So many of my couples, like I said, they're on the brink. And so when they're coming to
Mhm.
me, my framework is all designed around, how do we get you guys to a place where you understand that this is not your enemy? We spend a lot of time in the beginning in our foundation of our work helping couples to get back to that place of, this is someone that I love and have loved and want to continue to love. A lot of it is mindset
Mm.
shifting.
That is a powerful, I feel like that is a powerful mindset shift of it's not me against you, it's us against the problem. So let's remember why we fell in love in the first place. Because how many times, like sometimes we forget, like, hey, sign
Yeah.
up for this. I know I hear that sometimes in being a couples therapist. But let's give the people like some specific strategies that they can do. Don't give the farm away, right? Like, but just maybe one or two things that they can do to start to get on track if they are finding that, it's
Mhm.
hard to just say how they feel without fighting.
Absolutely. Okay. Easy peasy, something that someone can implement literally today by watching. When you are coming to your partner to express to them what you've been thinking and what's been going on, start with the feelings. Help them to understand how what they did, what they said, how they're showing up, what feelings are coming up for you. Now, what I will hear is, a lot of times I hear people in my, I just feel it. I feel like somebody's saying, I'm telling them exactly what I'm feeling. What, you're not telling me anything new, right?
You don't listen.
You don't listen. I want you to avoid those words always and never, as much as possible, when you are expressing what it is that you're thinking and you're feeling to your partner. You may say something to them like, I'm feeling disconnected when this is happening, versus when you do, or when you said or when you do, to avoid that defense wall coming right up. In my work, in my one-on-one sessions, I will spend time with them practicing saying things to one another in that space. There's something powerful about being in front of a therapist. There's something powerful about practicing what you should or practicing these skills in real time when things are not heated. And couples will tell me this felt completely different than how we communicate on our own. And then something sneaky happens, Doc, where the way in which they're communicating in session starts to happen outside of session. It happens on a Tuesday, on a
Ooh.
random night where there is a little tiff, and they're able to kind of walk away and resolve that issue and feel understood. And then they're coming back and telling me, this is what happened. I understand her now. I understand what she needs. I understand what she's wanting. I'm able to, take some time off of work because she's been asking for quality time versus him feeling attacked because you never spend time with me. It's a difference.
I love it. I love it. Like you're really making it clear to couples like how they can communicate, because sometimes I think we can communicate on 10, like you do this and you do that, and you're like saying
Mhm.
stop, don't do that. That is shutting your spouse down. And
Yeah.
it sounds like from your work what you can see is it's impactful. So
Mhm.
when the person stops like attacking or blaming and focuses in on their feelings, then the next step is when conflict comes up, they're able to resolve it. Is that right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It is bringing it all the way down. It is deciding, okay, these are some of the signs that this conflict is getting out of control. And for some of my couples who we just don't communicate well, or every time we bring up this issue, it leads to a fight, or we're fighting about the same things. Unfortunately, sometimes we can't recognize on the front end that something's about to get to that place. And that's my job. Leave that to me to help you guys to understand what it looks like when y'all are going down that path.
Maybe you could share like one or two things that would let them know that this thing is getting ready to go left. Like I need to stand down. Like I can't stand 10 toes down and still like I gotta change my strategy.
Absolutely. And that strategy is
No.
de escalation. Some of the signs are very simple. I'm going to give you the easy ones that, you just got to start to pay attention to. If you find that y'all are interrupting one another, someone's speaking over the other person, telltale sign. Telltale sign.
Ooh, that's
That
a good one.
conversation.
Y'all write
That's
this
not good.
down. Y'all need to write this down.
Yes. We
No,
have
that's the number
interrupted.
one.
Yes, I've interrupted you. You've interrupted me. We're talking at the same time. Somebody's not listening. Maybe neither one of us are. And we've all been there. We've all been there.
I definitely have been there. Like, and I think it happens because maybe you don't feel heard or you feel
Hmm.
like, gosh, I said this already, or like I feel like those are the moments when things kind of take a turn. So I'm thinking like one thing they could do is maybe pause for a second, like take a deep breath, go for a walk. But what can
Yeah.
they do when it has just truly gone left and is
Hmm.
like de-escalation is hard. We on 10 now. Like, what can they
Yeah.
do to breathe?
And I mean, yeah, exactly. You mentioned the first word is you have to learn how to breathe. You have to learn how to recognize when that's happening, when you are there and you've gotten to that place. And at that point, it's okay to say, I've gotten to my limit. We're now yelling at one another. We're now threatening divorce. We are threatening to go call such and such and do such and such. We've gotten to that place where we are doing the low blows
Mm.
for, and for me, some couples have a hard time recognizing that that is problematic. A big part of my work is helping couples to understand I'm not here to tell you how to run your relationship or what to do, but I will tell you what's not working based on what your goals are. I don't know many people who want to fight till they got that vein popping out of their forehead
It's too
or
bad.
their neck or their neck, right? Where your blood pressure's through the roof. It's gone too far. It's gone too far. And so helping couples to recognize some of those signs along the way. But once we are there, I teach couples what to do to repair it. Because that
Mm.
shut down for days, that 48 hours, that 72 hours, if I'm not talking to you, you're not talking to me, can ruin your household. And while some couples feel like we shelter our kids from that, they see it, they feel it, they know it. They experience it in that household with you when things aren't right. So for me, my strategy once we've gone there, if you don't have the skills to stop it, is what to do after to ensure that we're still, this ship is still sailing. We're good. We're at a place where we're not sinking, we're not drowning. We're able to come back and apologize and say the things that need to be said and then create a plan.
Mm, that's good. I love what you said about like we're not sinking, we're not drowning, and then we're able to make a plan because I think so often like we gotta calm down our central nervous system. Like I remember one time I was in college and I was at Howard. Shout out to Howard. HU baby. Yeah, I don't know this. Kenyatta went to Hampton, that other HU. Anyway, so I was seeing a psychologist
Yeah.
and she was like, "Did you stop breathing?" And I did not realize that I had stopped breathing. It's like I was talking and then I just had paused. And so
Hmm.
that's why I think couples being able to see somebody like you is so helpful because it helps them see what they can't see. They're in the
Hmm.
picture frame, but you are outside, like, okay, no, this is what's
Yep.
happening. These are your nonverbals. This is how you said it. Like,
Hmm. Exactly. Because I'm experiencing you on the same way your partner might be in that way. The simple thing of are you breathing? Are you able to calm yourself down? Are you hearing your own words? I recently had a couple where I had them do an exercise where they had to mirror what it is that they're doing to get an I to be able to see how am I showing up in my relationship.
wow. Hmm. What was that like for them doing the mirror exercise and being able to see like this time really showing up? I thought I was showing up like this, but this is what it really looked like.
Yes. Well, lucky for me, I had a couple who they're pretty good when it comes to their ego strength and they were able to take accountability for their role in it. It was powerful. It was powerful because they walked away clear like, okay, instead of pointing the finger at my partner, I got to start to consider what how I'm showing up. How I'm showing up, how I'm delivering things, what my body language is looking like, how are my facial expressions? Am I shutting down? Am I walking away? All of those things. We don't consider those things necessarily in the moment because we just know what we're feeling and what that other person is doing to us versus what we may be doing to contribute to that chaos. So I spend time there with my
Ooh.
couples.
That's good. That's good because I think once you start to see yourself, you can't unsee yourself. So it's
Hmm.
like once you help them be able to see, oh, this is how I show up. Then,
Yeah.
like you talked about, they can see how it happens in different environments, not just the marriage, but this is happening on at jobs or with your friends, or and so then their whole life changes, right?
Mhm. Oh, absolutely. How you show up one way is how you show up many places. And so you take you wherever you go. And so, yeah, if you fly off the handle here and there, you may fly off the handle at work. You may fly off the handle with your kids. And I've seen couples go from, you know, I struggle with this level of communication, or I struggle with controlling myself in this way, or managing, or regulating my emotions, to now I'm able to be promoted at work, or my coworkers are praising me because there's a change in you. I'm able to set boundaries in my personal life with my family and with my mom and with my sister because of the work that we're doing here. I feel better about my relationships because I don't feel like I'm pouring and pouring and pouring and nobody's pouring back into me, and then I'm mad at everyone. That's not happening anymore because I know how to pour and then I know how to fill me back up.
Ooh, that's good. Oh, I love it. Wow, the time seems like it has
Yes.
gone by so quickly. Like this has been so good. Kenyatta, if all the couples in the world were listening, what is one parting piece of guidance that you would give to them?
Mhm. I want to suggest to couples, I want to demand, I want to encourage, I want to press upon you. Do not wait to get the support that you need for your relationship, for your marriage, for this thing that you've signed up for that is one of the most important relationships that you will have here on earth. Do not wait for anything. Start that process now of deciding this year will not be like last year. We're starting off 2026 different. I'm excited because we're in the first quarter of the new year. You know, we're here in February, so it's a good time to start new things and create new experiences for you, your family, your children. There's a cost to doing nothing that will lead you down
Mm.
a path of regret, that will lead you down a path of great heartache by not addressing an issue that is right in front of your face. If your finger or leg or arm was broken, you would go figure out what you need to do to soothe that thing or get it fixed. And I'm the type of person to take yourself to the doctor and go get fixed. And so, this process of working on your communication, improving that relationship with your partner, feeling heard and making sure they feel heard on the other end can change your life and change the generations to come that are after you. Because it's not just about us, it's about our children, it's about our children's children. So when we address this and we show demonstration that it's possible in our community, that couples like us can thrive and have a happy marriage, we change the world. So don't wait.
That feels so good to hear, like how like people's worlds can be changed by making a decision. How can people connect with you? Because guys, I
Mhm.
want you guys to know that Kenyatta, oh my gosh, like I have just learned so much from you. You are so brilliant. And it's so many couples that I hear like their life being different from working with you. You bring that multi-systemic approach to treatment where you're looking at like their health, their sleep, their coping strategies. Like you go above and beyond. But tell the people how they can connect with you and what they can expect. Like what do they get when they get you?
Thank you. I appreciate what you're saying, Doc, as far as the experience. And I take pride in it. Couples can work with me by simply visiting our website and booking a session. They can call our phone number. All of the details will be below. But I am accepting clients. I have a few openings right now of people that I can see based on where they are and what they're needing. And so I suggest couples just book their first session, make that first step. It's something so powerful about saying, okay, you are confirmed for this session at this date, this time, and you prepare yourself for it. You come with your mate, y'all have talked about what do we want to get out of this process, and you're excited about something's going to change as a result of doing this process. I need couples to understand we're here to create a transformation. I am kind, I'm non judgmental, but I am firm in my expectations that we're here to grow. And so the first step of growth is recognizing that there's an issue here and understanding that the person that's next to you is not the blame for that issue. We're here to just address whatever that is. So I got couples to create a deeper relationship, something that's powerful and unshakable.